All right, Ray, don't feed the alligators. Hey everybody, this is Dad from Ray and Dad, and today we're going on an adventure to take a stroll through a bayou. So Ray and I went and visited the Jean Lafitte Nature Preserve, just south of New Orleans, Louisiana. And there we were able to walk through kind of a very neat swamp setting, something that I would picture seeing in something like one of my favorite Disney cartoons, Princess and the Frog, right? Walking through these bayous, seeing these bald cypress everywhere. So we hope you enjoy this stroll through a bayou where we actually see what Ray refers to as a swamp beaver as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Keep up on all our adventures, and most of all, make sure to enjoy.
Okay guys, so we're going over the Mississippi River. There's a look of it from above. Here's in front, in the car. Here's on the side.
There's a cool old bridge. Check this thing out. Wow. Go ahead and walk through the Barataria Visitor Center and the Jean Lafitte National Park. So we're really excited about checking this out. This is a place where we can actually see lots of wildlife in the swamp and bayou. And here are some of their models within their visitor center. So here's an ibis. And of course, the thing that you're most likely to see here, or hopefully we'll see at some point, maybe not today, it's really cold, but is an alligator. So hopefully we can come back when it's warmer if we don't see one today. And Ray and I are planning on doing a number of hikes as well while we're here. Oh, look at the owl with the mask. Oh, that's cute. All right, there's no canoe. Whoa. That's pretty cool, how you get around in the bayou. All right, so one of my favorite Disney movies is Princess and the Frog. And so I think coming to a bayou like this is pretty cool to think about in light of that as well, of enjoying that movie. Oh, whoa, it's an alligator snapping turtle. Check that out. Would you want to get bit by one of those, Ray? Yeah. I think I'd lose my finger. I'd be like, I've been doing this for oh, hold on, I need another finger. 5 years. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that. What is that? A Mississippi kite. That's a pretty bird. Is it a bird of prey? It's a hawk. Oh, that's a beautiful hawk. Wow. Other things we can see here are otters, deer, a swamp rabbit, and a great blue heron. Oh, and what's that? It's an armadillo. Yeah, we see lots of those in Texas. Cool. So
We also see a lot of blue herons.
we see a lot of blue herons. That we do. Oh, here's a blue heron over here. I think. Oh yeah, great blue heron. And here's a deer that they see. And what is this? A purple gallinule? Some kind of bird? And a nutria. So this is an invasive species that live here. The old wooden decoy duck. Let's see if we can keep moving around here. And we'll go back out the other way. We'll go check out their nature center. So we are in Louisiana, and there's New Orleans. New Orleans, we're there, and we're staying somewhere in that general vicinity of New Orleans. And we drove from there all the way across the bridge, down into this area, right where you see all that green, and that's where the visitor center is at, and where we're at right now is in that area. Visitor center. I'm taking a look down in this basically swamp and bayou. Look at this. I don't know if we'll see anything down here. I guess we keep our eyes open for any kind of animals, alligators, birds. It is chilly here. You can see the saw palmettos. You can see the moss growing on top of the swamps. And you can see the trees that have fallen over, probably from some of the hurricanes that came through. And here's one that's actually been uprooted. Probably from some of the big storms that have come through this last year. Cool, let's keep walking around, see if we see any kind of wildlife. All right, Ray, don't feed the alligators. This is a really cool walkway over the swamp. Oop, we're making a lot of noise popping in here. We're gonna keep our eyes open for alligators. So apparently you can see alligators in this area, but we haven't seen any yet. But here is a nice look at this Louisiana swamp we're hiking through, or walking through. Whoa, look at this. This is exactly like the environment I think would be an influence for something like Princess and the Frog, where you can see these bald cypress trees coming up where they've been eroded down, and you can see the, what are those on top, do you think, Ray? The moss and little water plants through the swampy area, and it is so cool in here. So all right, we're going to keep moving around and taking a look. What do you think, Ray? Have we ever walked through a swamp before? No. No. Yeah, it's my...
Well, I kind of have.
You kind of have? Where did you walk through a swamp before?
There's this pond by our house where if you go behind that actual pond, there's like a swamp.
Cute. But we're looking for an alligator for you folks. It is cold, so probably all that we'll see are their little eyes poking up through the top. And I'm sure they're scared of us, so maybe, you know, as I'm talking here, they probably be swimming away or hiding anyways. What a cool walk and cool place. And look at all the Spanish moss on all the trees. Wow. What a really cool national park and preserve. And this is actually separated into multiple preserves and multiple park areas, including a section on jazz. That's part of this National Lafitte National Park. Jean Lafitte National Park. It's a mouthful. They have a jazz museum dedicated, of course, to jazz, which originated here in New Orleans. And then they have other areas for hiking and biking, and other areas on the history of New Orleans and Jean Lafitte in the area. So we are about 30 minutes south of the city, give or take. We're right here in this Barataria preserve. Oh, if I see a "Don't feed the alligator" sign, maybe that's good news for us finding an alligator. Let's see. Should I dangle Ray over the side and see if we can attract one over? Ouch. Oh, she didn't like that. So now we're transitioning into a different type of environment. So we've hiked a little farther along. Oh, I just heard something moving in the water. I don't know where I heard it at. There's things moving in the water. I wonder if there's alligators in here. We can hear them rustling, not just in the wind, but we can hear them rustling through, some creature rustling through the water. Did you hear it? I don't see any. We heard something over here. Maybe there's a frog. But there's a bloop, a splash in the water. We'll keep going and see if we see anything for y'all. We've ended up in this grassland type environment. I think it's like a sawgrass. There he is. And this is the end of this part of the nature trail. So we'll come out here and see if we see any alligators or turtles. I was hoping to see something, but I think because it's cold, we're just not going to see much today. But the ambiance and how neat it is taking a look at a swamp. It's my first time kind of walking through a swamp like this, and it's really cool. Check out this amazing oak. It's a really old oak, and look at this street. This road here on the Jean Lafitte Preserve. Just beautiful with the hanging moss. Little tree tunnel over there with the oak coming across the little bridge, across part of the bayou. Wow. So we're taking a look at another part of the Jean Lafitte National Park, and we're down on part of a bayou. And apparently this bayou is full of, and you'll see it here, shells. And what they said is that a lot of these shells, I think, were placed here by Native Americans in this area, where they would come hang out. And this was a high ground area where they go fishing and hunting. And so I think some of the shells that are left here are evidence that Native Americans were in the area and were using this as a resource. And here's a little bit about Bayou Kokui. Kokui? Kokui. Can you say it? So here's where we're at here, and there's a trail. You can hike this trail all the way down. It's 2 miles round trip, so it's a mile out, mile back. And we're actually not going to do the whole trip today, but we will hopefully someday come back and check this whole area out. We're just going to take it for a little ways and see what we see. So here's at the end of the first part of this bayou hike, and you can see we've come to this bayou, and it's just full of all these, I don't know what kind of flowers are, but look, they're starting to flower, right? Do you see that? They're starting to get little buds on them. I imagine this must be just gorgeous when they flower. I imagine the alligators, when they bloom. Yes, when they bloom, that's the correct term. So, really pretty. Okay, we're going to go ahead and keep going now and explore down here. And look at this. What are we on, Ray? The Marsh Overlook Trail? And look how pretty this is. Wow. We'll film this short part for you all to walk with us. And I'll keep my eyes open to the left where we see all this foliage on top of the water. So I'm guessing the alligators are probably hiding under there trying to stay warm today. It's about 45 degrees here, Fahrenheit. So it's pretty chilly for an alligator. Saw palmettos off to the right. Lots of Spanish moss. Blowing in the wind. This is called Quinta Canal. Oh, from the 1800s they were using this canal. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going to keep on going. Crossing over this bridge over the bayou. And there's a sign here for don't feed the alligators. So let's stop and see if we can see anything that looks like alligators down this. Look at that, how pretty that is. A little bit of a Louisiana swamp. So folks, we're being very quiet because we found a nutria along the river here, and he was sleeping up here. Just hanging out, being quiet. So that's a nutria. They kind of look like beavers. Like big, I guess, swamp rats. Kind of like the Princess Bride style. So maybe they're not going to eat you as quickly. So there's the nutria in the swamp. And they're kind of cute. They're like giant guinea pigs. They're not originally from here. They got moved here. People brought them in. And they're pretty cool. What's that, Ray?
They're so cute and chubby.
They are super cute and chubby, so we're trying to be quiet. So we wanted to do this trail because we heard these were down here. And now we're just hoping no alligator jumps out and gets it while we're here. Or maybe we do, I don't know, that'd be kind of a cool picture, but I feel bad for the little thing. It's very cute. Not sure how this is going to play out. An alligator just jumped in the water right down in here. But I think it swam that way because I think we scared it. It swam over away from the nutria. But an alligator just jumped in the water, but we missed it. But it spooked the nutria. It was still right there. We need to leave, and we saw this one nutria, which we showed you guys already, this nutria. But there's a baby nutria up here too, hiding in the bush, hiding out there. So there's a baby nutria. There's actually another nutria up there as well. So there's 3 of them here. I don't know, are they called a pack? A herd? What do you call nutria? Or beavers? I think it's a nutria. I can't see its tail, but I'm guessing that's what it is. There are also otters here. These guys look too fat and chunky to be an otter.
And they don't have like the right face shape.
And they don't seem to have the right
normally
face.
They be together.
But it's cool that we saw 3 of them here.
They're like all in the line.
I've never seen nutria before, or beavers, or, you know, I'm pretty sure they're not otters. But they're all just kind of hanging out here. And
They
it's very
look like
cool.
big guinea pigs. So
They do look like big guinea pigs. I bet they're related to guinea pigs. All right, let's keep walking. All right, after that great nutria / beaver find, we're going to go ahead and start heading back to the car down this path. Hope you enjoyed this tour of the Jean Lafitte National Preserve in Louisiana, just south of New Orleans. We had a great time exploring the area. As you saw, there's some guest appearances by Ray in there. I realized that she hasn't been on here as much with me lately, but stay tuned. She'll be coming back to help me with some more of these videos here soon. So with that being said, make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel to keep up on all our adventures. And most of all, make sure to enjoy.